Let's take a look at this probability question, which is extracted from part of the 2015 Cambridge A-Level Paper 2, question number 9. We have three events A, B, C, and the corresponding probability are given to us. And on top of that, we are also given the values for probability of A intersect B intersect C, which is equal to 0.1. Also, in addition, we are also told that the events of A and B and the events of A and C are independent with each other. Our objective for this question is to find the greatest and least possible values for the probability of A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime. Since the events of A and B are independent of each other, I will know that the probability of A intersect B is the same as probability of A times probability of B. And also given that A and C are independent of each other, A intersect C will be equal to probability of A times probability of C. We are given all these values, so in fact, we can just work out what is A intersect B and A intersect C. This is 0.45. This is equal to 0.4. This works out to be 0.18. This is 0.45 times 0.3, which gives me 0.135. Right, next we will try to represent all this information given to us on a Venn diagram. And we are going to draw the events of A, B, and C to be overlapping each other. We have the events A, events B, and we have the events C. And since we are already given that the value of this overlapping region between these three events is 0.1, I'm going to label this first. As for A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime, is actually represented by this region that is outside of these three events. This is A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime. And since the question was mentioning we need to find the greatest and least possible value of this region here, therefore this actually is a value that is changing. And why does it change? Actually, because there will be certain region for events between these events A, B, C that is also varying. When the value of this region varies, actually will cause this to be varying also. Right, so our next step is to try to figure out which is the region that is a varying region. In fact, actually, I can already observe this particular region is the one that is changing, right? Because since we are given that A intersect B, A intersect C are all fixed, so when all these are fixed values, right, it will not be changing. So the only one that is not given to us, right, the fixed value of it is the B intersect C. So this entire region actually is changing. Or maybe I would say that this particular region, since this is already fixed as 0.1. Right? So our strategy is to try to label those fixed values first, and from there we can identify which is the region that is changing. So this region, which is A intersect B, is 0.18. So I can work out this to be 0.08. I'm just using 0.18 minus away 0.1. Similarly, this region is A intersect C, 0.135. So subtract this, I'll get a 0.035. And since the value of the probability of A is 0.45, I'm going to use that to subtract away this. I'll get a value of 0.235. In fact, we can actually see that it's not really necessary to find each of these values individually because this entire region is a fixed value here. But for clarity purposes, right, no harm to label them separately, right? And next, I will know this is a changing value. So maybe I'll just assign this to be X here. And from here, we can see that we can compute what is this and this region. And these two regions will also be changing because of this varying region here. And these two will be in terms of X. So we can just simply use the probability of B minus away this, and this, which is equal to 0.4 minus this whole region will be 0.18. And I'm going to subtract away the X here. This will give me 0.22 minus X. Similarly, for this region, I'm going to use the probability of C, 0.3 minus away this, which is 0.135, and minus away this X, I will get a value of 0.165 minus x here. And lastly, we are going to find out what is the probability of A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime in terms of x first. So I'm just going to do a 1 minus all these values here. So we can just do a 1 minus this whole region will just be equal to 0.45. And I'm going to minus this 0.22 minus x. I'm going to minus this 0.165 minus x. And this will give me 0.165 plus x. Right, so the next part, we are going to assign this region to be greater or equal to 0, because when we are talking about probability, it cannot go to negative. So the most least value that it can be taking will just be 0. So I can just write this part here, 0.22 minus x to be greater or equal to 0. This one will be x greater or equal to 0, and this 0.165 minus x to be greater or equal to 0. So from here, we can see that x will be lesser or equal to 0.22. This is still the same, and this is x lesser or equal to 0.165. So we are going to find out what are the values of x that it can take to satisfy these three regions here. So we can actually draw a simple number line to represent the overlapping region between these three. So the first value will be 0, second value will be 0.165, the last value 0.22. So for the first one, it will be from here to here. These two will be here and here. So we can actually easily see that the overlapping region will just be this part here. So the solution for this inequality will be between 0 and 0.165, both inclusive. And since the A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime is represented by this, I'm going to add 0.165 throughout this expression. I will get a 0.165 x plus 0.165, and this will give me 0.33. And this is actually my probability of A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime. Right, so from here we can already observe what is the least and greatest value for this already. So we are going to do my conclusion. So the least value of probability of A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime will just be equal to 0.165, and the greatest value of probability of A prime intersect B prime intersect C prime will just equal to 0.33.